Welcome to the Fredericksburg Center for Creative Arts, FCCA, for our November 2025 exhibition, which is Flora and Fauna. I'm Carol Morgan, the curator of the Frederick Gallery, and I have with me our juror and judge, Nicole Horn. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Carol.
This exhibit opened on Saturday, November 1st, and will run through the 28th of November in the Frederick Gallery. And downstairs in our members gallery, we have a solo show by the artist Z. Barrios, featuring artwork of Native Americans. I hope you'll come and visit our gallery in person and enjoy both shows. We're located in the historic Silversmith House at 813 Sophia Street in downtown Fredericksburg, Virginia. I want to thank our videographer, University of Mary Washington student Thomas Cruz, for his videography work. Our juror, Nicole Horn, was born in northern Minnesota and walked through those woods with her mom, sparked a love of nature and its infinite beautiful details. She drew her first portrait at age 3 and won her first art award at age 7. Commendable, Nicole. Her family moved to Colorado while she was in high school, and her love of drawing and design continued into college, where she earned a BFA at Colorado State University. After college, Nicole became an art director for American Handgunner in San Diego, California. She is now a full-time painter, currently located in Fredericksburg, Virginia, at Liberty Town Art Workshop with her studio and work for sale. She is a member of the Portrait Society of America, where she has been a 3-time finalist in their member-only competitions. Congratulations, that's a tough one.
Thank you.
Her work is part of many private and public collections throughout the United States, and one of the highlights of her career has been working with the Marine Corps, creating a series of paintings for the covers of Leatherneck magazine, including the 100th anniversary issue. So welcome, Nicole, and this is her second time as a juror and judge. We really enjoy her expertise. She selected this wonderful exhibition and the tough choices for awards. So Nicole will introduce the work and have a statement for you. Nicole?
Thank you, Carol. I'm so excited to present this show and the award winners. What a gift to have this Flora and Fauna show in Fredericksburg for the next month. Please come out and see it. It is exceptional. Okay, so my first honorable mention, I would like to present To Hang On is the title of this sculpture by Barbara Burns-Smith. So when I first saw this piece, I love the expression on her animals and the possum and the detail that she's captured in porcelain work. I've done a little bit of porcelain myself. It's a long process. And so the textures that she captured in the fur, the smoothness of that soft fur on the little faces, and also the bark, I think on the trunk is exceptional. So when I look for criteria on who makes my finalist list, I'm looking for a piece that captures your attention and draws you in. This one, from all angles, captures your attention and draws you in. And also execution with the materials and the use of media. And her finesse and detail on here is exceptional. So well done. My next honorable mention goes to this beautiful painting by Marcia Chavez, and the title is Little People. So one of my thoughts when I'm looking at a piece and I'm engaged with it in the beginning is, does it ask me a question? And so the emotive response here is also drawing me in, and I want to understand what's happening in this world that Marcia created and the juxtaposition of man versus nature. I want to know, the looming, flowers overarching the people, going about their daily business. what is the conversation that this group of figures is having? What is she knitting? So if I can become part of the piece and I'm going back and forth with that dialogue, I think that's a super successful place to be. So thank you. So my next honorable mention is awarded to Esther Evans for the painting titled Weather Watch. In this piece, I was immediately drawn to the eye and the face of this heron, and the rendering of and the sensitivity in that area is beautifully handled. The other part I wanted to talk about this painting is the restraint used in the background so that all of our attention goes to the focal point of that stunning bird. So my next piece for honorable mention goes to Chris McClintock with the title Morning Stars. So I love macro anything. Painting, this happens to be beautifully done photography, but I love when the artist presents us with a view of nature, of a detail that we may overlook. And this piece especially draws me in. The silhouette of this branch against that nice contrasting background really shows off the shapes of that little piece, and it looks like stars. So I love when this comes out and emerges from something that we would normally just walk by and ignore. Okay, now we are on to the award winners. My third place award goes to Terry Sandin for her painting, The Road Less Traveled. Immediately when I saw this piece, it drew me into this path through the woods. And the stylization of the trees I thought was really intriguing. And I felt like I had seen the feel of that before. And I thought about it for a hot minute and said, that's from Thomas Hart Benton. So Benton's work creates this environment where it first seems off-putting, maybe harsh, and not very friendly, but just a slight curve of those branches makes it welcoming and a place that we want to go into and think about. This kind of work, initially, you might walk by it and not give it a second thought. But some of that connection, the use of the composition where the path leads us in and it's warm against this cool background is inviting. These subtleties are small but huge. And when I think about this piece, there's almost like hope at the end. You get through this maybe darker gray period, and there's hope at the end for a new season. So thank you for this piece. I found it fascinating and beautiful. Okay, we're now on to my second place winner, which is awarded to Lisa DeVore for Amaryllis. So this piece is a beautiful pastel work, and the sensitivity of this piece is so apparent in the warm and cools throughout the reds and the greens. So that juxtaposition of complementary colors and then really pushing forth that dynamic sense of warmth and coolness in the hues, just incredible work. I love botanical illustration, and there's a contemporary artist, Fiona Strickland, who's in the UK. And when I saw Lisa DeVore's work, I saw the similarity to Strickland's work and that kind of legacy of good attention to detail, examining nature, and then just a little bit of putting that artist's self into those pieces is what I think transcends some of the best botanical illustration into beautiful fine art. And Lisa did a great job with her piece. So thank you. And now we are to the first place winner. And I chose this beautiful piece, Just a Sip is the title, by Jennifer Cooper. So when I was selecting, the finalist and the first place award, this one, in the beginning I thought was going to be the winner, and after seeing it in person, definitely is my winner. I am a sucker for high detail, and this one has it all. She captured the texture and the feathers, and then the smoothness of the water ripples, just expertly done. And especially in acrylic, which I think can be a challenging media to get those kind of things to blend and work well. So I'm engaged just by that attention to put this fauna in Flora. We're doing the animal in an environment. Here we see Jennifer, who is following in the footsteps of James Audubon and carrying along that wonderful legacy of showcasing this beautiful waterfowl in a natural habitat. So when we combine that dedication and, you know, the fine details in this environment that's also beautifully handled, it's exceptional work.
I want to thank Nicole Horn for a fabulous job of selecting this exhibition and the awards, which are always tough, but from an artist who I know does exquisite work in both flora and fauna and portraiture, we really respect her expertise and how tough it is to pick awards in an exhibition with such a variety of media and approach to the subject matter of flora and fauna. So I thank you. Now we'll have a walkthrough of the entire exhibit where you'll view each individual piece of work that is on display. And once again, I invite you to come in person to visit the exhibition. And don't forget that FCCA has First Friday receptions, the first Friday of every month from 6 to 8:30 p.m. and you're invited to attend our receptions in person. Thank you.